Tonight is September 6th, and this is session 30 of the second adventure of our D&D campaign, Dungeons & Drogans. During our last session, the Drogans returned to the Seven-Pillared Hall with Maldrick Scarmaker, having struck a deal with the Knoll leader for the location of the final Winterhaven captive, Lord Padraig. At the hall, the Drogans paid their final respects to their friend Massimo, while the Dwarven blacksmith of Winterhaven got to work harvesting the scales from the dragon carcass for a nice suit of armor. Scarmaker gave the Drogans a magical key that led them to a secret door, to a secret tunnel, to a secret teleportation circle, to a secret tower, where the mage of Sarun Paldemar allegedly has Lord Padraig. But before they can use the teleportation circle, a manifestation of the dread Lord Vecna appeared and demanded an offering of either lore or a piece of their soul. Rekt and Corvus valiantly offered themselves, and Vecna sucked away a portion of their power before letting the Drogans through the circle. Now, as soon as you passed through the circle with a flash of light, you found yourself standing in a 20-foot by 20-foot room with two exits, one to the north, one to the west. The walls of this chamber are covered with carvings that depict human faces. Each face wears a blindfold or a gag, and immediately upon your arrival, the blindfolded faces animate and begin to chant, while the eyes of the gagged faces glare at you with rage. And I'll further add that as you were transported through this circle, you felt that wave of energy pass through the world around you. That wave that had suddenly let you do more in the same amount of time has now reverted things back to normal. Physics is now as it should be. And we're back to one standard action per round.
So are they chanting happy birthday?
They might be. You don't really recognize the words or the language, so it is a distinct possibility.
Yeah, the ones that are gagged just couldn't sing, so that's why they weren't allowed to sing. Can I do a perception check at the doors to see if there's anything that I can hear over the chanting?
Yes.
Hey, where did we go?
Where did we go?
Well, you're teleported to a different room.
I don't see the room.
It's further east. I mean, up. Because it's a tower, maybe below, I don't know.
Huh, I didn't see it until just now.
Alright.
So why don't you start by rolling initiative if you want to be rolling checks.
Yep. Coltane gets a 12.
I get a 24.
Winter gets 11.
And John isn't here tonight, so Dave will be controlling him, controlling Corvus, not John.
He doesn't trust us with other people's characters.
This is weird.
What is weird?
Oh, okay. It was giving me
That
some
is
weird
weird.
things before. Rekt gets 20.
Weird things
That's
are weird.
exceptionally weird. Rekt never gets high initiative.
Corvus gets 11 somehow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, Corvus beats out Winter.
Corvus has like a +8 total to his initiative.
Yeah. No, plus 5 and gets a +2 from Coltane.
I'm seeing a
So how does 5
+6
plus 2 equal 8?
Regardless,
Hmm. Oh, he leveled. Haha. We didn't level Corvus. Oh well.
it works out perfectly that Nima is first and gets to make her listen check.
I get a 30.
Nima does not immediately perceive anything beyond the chanting.
Alright then. Ema sort of communicates that somewhat quietly, but loud enough, hopefully, to be heard over the voices, to the group, to let them know, well, to hear if they have any opinions about how to proceed. What
I
do you
think we should
recommend?
go to the west. I've always liked west.
South it is. Right into the corner. Alright.
Nima creeping out the western corridor, seeing some pillars.
Do they look familiar in any way?
They do not look familiar in any way.
That's good. Is there anything suspicious on them?
Let's see.
Are you sure they're just a gazebo?
These pillars are covered with carvings of one-eyed faces. So I guess they look somewhat familiar.
Yeah, I know that one-eyed face.
What's the one-eyed face?
No, that was me joking.
The one-eyed face is Vecna. Nima emerges into the corridor, seeing it extends to the north and to the south. Possibly, or probably bends to the east both ways.
I'm gonna go southwards. She indicates to her group and goes southwards.
They all stand around and nod their heads and mutter approval.
Or should I go north? So I can completely... Yeah, maybe I'll go north, because it completes
No,
the
no,
loop.
they all start shaking their heads, muttering disapproval.
Or should I go back to the group? Maybe I'll just go back to the group. That seems like a good idea.
They all facepalm at the same time.
Actually, instead of continuing walk, maybe I'll just stop right here and sit down. It seems like a picnic time or something. Seriously,
And
should I...
South.
Says
I
Colte.
said they all approved of South.
south sounds good.
Alright, I shall continue. So, I shall make my standard action into a move action and go.
Wait, who has the light source here?
Oh shoot, that's true. Oh wait, no, I do have a light
I do.
source.
Also, you find that this area is magically illuminated.
Oh, that's convenient. But I do think I have a light. I can't remember. Did I or did I not use the light source? Does anyone remember? I know Coltain
Well-
did.
Let's just say yes for now.
Around the corner, Nima spots a creature. She doesn't get a good view of it, though.
It's Splug, isn't it?
She's gonna advance a bit.
And now I believe she
Oh,
does
shit.
get a pretty good view of it and can see another one. It's some form of goblinoid creature, but unlike any goblin she's seen, it's just horribly warped and disfigured.
You might want to have one as a pet.
Warp goblin. That might be useful.
You sound a bit muffled there.
I said warp goblin. Could be useful.
What goblin?
And they appear to be standing next to some form of teleportation circle.
I think I took 5 steps. Nima will try to stay here somewhat stealthily and hopefully not be noticed by these warp goblins.
You do realize that the rest of her movement wasn't stealthy though, right?
Yep.
Alright. So Nima walks into plain sight and having spotted them tries to sneak up against the wall.
It works in
Exactly.
Skyrim.
Really?
Well, she was advancing cautiously, but she's like, oh, I'm sure there's no one here. And oh shit! Total defense is a standard, right?
That it is.
Yep.
Right, so can't do that. She'll just stay here and watch to see what happens in a stealthy manner, hopefully.
Well, that's
We
good,
don't
because you
see-
don't really have much to do.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Alright, well, the warped goblin does see you, and doesn't seem to fancy you too much.
He
So
offers
it's
you
not
a
going to
skull.
move towards her.
Oh, it does come towards her, it just, rather than brandishing a bouquet of flowers, it brandishes a battle axe.
Not
I
a
thought it was-
platter
Probably
of
appreciate that
skulls?
more, actually.
Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have.
She is a big fan of battle axes.
She is.
Well, this one chops into her for 9 damage. Nima down to 51 out of 60 hit points.
She likes it rough.
Nima yells out, ah! The warp goblin's not friendly!
How
Wrecked.
do you know it's a warp goblin?
I've decided that's what it's called.
It's written on his tag. My name is Warped Goblin.
No, it's warped goblin. She's calling it a warp goblin. It's different, you see.
She also
Someone
finds
calling the
that
Blood
this,
Ravens.
this goblin is tying her up in melee, in the sense that it has marked her. So if she attacks anyone but this warped goblin, she'll suffer a -2 penalty to the attack roll.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, eh?
So, Wrecked?
Rectaroo.
Wrecked follows Nima. Ah, my
Very slowly.
stupid short legs.
Rex taking cover behind the pillars.
Yes, he does. Whoa, they do look kind of ugly.
Oh, is that your cousin?
Aw.
Oh, ha ha ha. And Rek yells out to the others, I think Nima needs some help here. Obviously, he is of no use, as usual.
Are these the kind of pillars that we can occupy their space, or not?
You cannot, no. But you can move diagonally around them.
Like bishops.
Sure.
Coltane only moves like a chess piece. It's very inefficient.
Yeah, I did say over, by the way, so...
Yeah, suddenly, from out of one of the eyes off this pillar shoots a beam that strikes Nima for 15 psychic damage.
Which pillar? Sorry?
The one to her north, yes, where they're pointing.
Damn pillar. Alright, 15?
15 damage as she feels her memories being ripped apart, and Nima is unable to use encounter attack powers, daily attack powers, or utility powers save ends. And as an after effect, you'll be dazed until the end of your next turn.
Holy
Oh my
crap,
God.
I'm moly!
So I'm putting the dazed effect now. You're not dazed now. Right now it's just your memory's been ripped. Once you've recovered from that, you'll be dazed.
I'm so lost. I think I don't remember why I'm here. I feel like I should go back through this portal. Maybe.
Nima down to 36
I think this is a
out of
bad
60.
idea.
Coltane's up.
Coltane, too, has longer legs than Rekt, but not long enough. He cannot see any enemies after his first move. He moves to stand adjacent to the goblin and Nima. And he says, "Whoa, that's ugly."
Maybe he's really handsome amongst his people.
Coltane
No,
is very
different
opinionated.
strokes.
Corvus.
Corvus follows, without saying a word, because he never talks.
He does drool, though.
I seem to remember him talking. He said something like, "I will gladly give up parts of my soul so that these people don't have to give up parts of theirs."
And he will move behind Nima. But somehow he doesn't feel fast enough to shoot an arrow, or rather some random insects.
Spirit insects.
Spirit insects.
Wintier, who probably doesn't need to have those conditions anymore.
I guess not.
Can't wait for Winter to get X-ray vision and like arrows that can shoot through walls.
Winter comes to join the team. Joins the team and says, "Alright, what am I shooting at?"
Are you my friends?
"The ugly ones!" Coltane shouts. And then after a moment he says, "And by that I don't mean me!"
Winter turns his bow away from Rekt towards the goblin between Coltane and Nimaramis. And he twin strikes. No.
But he
He
can't.
marks it as his quarry. And then he twin strikes.
But you can't.
I can't?
You made
moved a
2
bunch.
moves.
We're not doing
We're
the
no
2
longer
turn thing?
using. You weren't paying attention again.
No, I wasn't.
No, only
We're
one standard
back
action.
to a single.
Oh, whoops. I would have moved differently if I'd known. Okay, turn over.
You hear a door open toward the south. Then another one of those creatures emerges. And moves to try to circle around Coltane. Another one comes out of that same room. And tries to attack Coltane with his battle axe. The axe chops into Coltane for 4 damage, Coltane down to 51 out of 55, and he is marked. Another beam shoots out of this pillar. This one strikes Wintier. Rips at his
Hey.
memories for 9 psychic damage and imposes the same effect.
Which one shot this time? Sorry.
Same one. Wintier
Okay,
down
we
to
should do
41
something
out
about
of
that
50. Well, it's a fairly thick stone pillar.
Just shoot the eye. Or break the eye off.
It was a different eye that shot at him, though.
How many eyes are there? I thought it was one-eyed.
No, there's a bunch of faces all over it.
Ah.
All facing different directions. Well, obviously they're facing whatever direction that that face of the pillar's facing.
Does Rex see any that are facing him?
Yes, there are eyes facing in all directions. Says 360
Nuts.
on all the pillars.
Oh, that's really not good then.
Guys, I don't remember why we're here. I think we should just go, maybe?
This warped goblin runs off in the opposite direction. Well, not quite the opposite, but off to the east. Well, another one emerges from this room.
Holy crap, how many of they are these?
5.
Are they all wielding battle axes?
They are, and wearing leather armor.
Nice.
How about the one that ran away?
Same thing. Round 2, Nima's up.
So, the condition on me makes it such I'm not dazed right now. However,
not
I
dazed.
can't do what?
No,
Encounters, dailies, utilities.
correct.
So at will's okay.
Yep.
And then I need to save after that. This is annoying. Okay. So Nima, annoyed at this goblin in front of her that she tried to sneak past, she will attack him with her axe using Bond of Pursuit. So it's a 30 with a hit of 17.
And Nima's twin axes deal far more damage than that great axe did.
That's right. I'm so confused.
And as she attacks him, though, he tries to bite her arm.
Well, that seems dangerous. Someone swing an axe at me, I'll try and get at them with my face.
That's probably why he was hit, for such terrible damage. And yes, he bites Nima's arm for 6 damage, Nima down to 30 out of 60.
That was gutsy, but kind of paid off. I'm bloodied. Already.
Roll die save.
Yes.
Roll die save or roll thy save?
Both. Oh, nice. You get a +2 bonus to your saving throw, too.
That I do. I got a 7. Woohoo!
On the plus side, that means you won't be dazed.
Yeah! It's okay. I'm at half health. Whatevs.
So this guy squeezes through, then attacks Nima again.
So he can squeeze through without...
Anyone
attacks?
can do that.
We can all do that too.
I was just being descriptive. He swings his axe and Nima parries. Wrecked.
The pillar would provide cover for the guy, I guess?
In fact, Wrecked standing next to this pillar, there's a sudden discharge of necrotic energy. And Wrecked is sapped for 5 damage. Wrecked down to 48 out of 53. So,
Okay.
what is your question?
Never mind. I move. Shift.
Alright.
And... Rect will use Sacred Flame on the Warped Goblin to the north of Nima. Rolls 14 versus Reflex. If it hits, it's 11 radiant damage.
The Warped Goblin is just too ugly to be missed. And he is fried.
That's what we like. Nima, you want to take the saving throw, or you prefer the temporary hit points?
Temporary hit points, please.
Alright, so you take 5 temporary hit points. And then it will be over.